mic would be helpful. Alright. So, let's get that preview up here and running. Game audio looks like that's okay. Mic audio looks like that's okay. Let's get the YouTube preview going. And there's that. Awesome. Alright, there we go. Hey there, hi there everybody. Happy Sunday. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome to the stream. Tonight is the inaugural Sunday cereal stream. I got my cup of cereal right here. This week's featured cereal is this one. Here, this one, this one, over here. There we go. Directions. Raisin Bran. So, cheers everybody. If you got some at home, I do cordially invite you to join in just for kicks. Because it is quite numbing. I do prefer my cereal in the cup just because it's easy to just like pick up, take a swig of cereal, and continue on about your way. But tonight is just kind of a whatever stream. I figure I might wind up putting up some points in the Sunday Arena. Get some of the extra loot that way. And, just play it by ear. I do anticipate tangents aplenty. And, just be some good times for the next hour and a half, couple hours. Whatever it winds up being. Y'all know the drill. But, before I get too terribly far along, I do want to welcome the latest Von subs to the channel. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for finding the channel in the depths of the YouTubes. Cheers on digging the videos put out so far and are interested in the stuff yet to come. It's going to be a busy week next week, and that is all I'm going to tease about that. So hit that notification bell, stay on top of things as they go live, and with that, get right into it. From the top, though, saying big howdy to Black and Black Panther. What's up, everybody? Man Falcon stopping in, saying we meet again. Yes, we do. I am doing quite well. Hope you are, too. And a happy Monday Eve. And a big hello to Realm Champion as well. Always a pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure. So I just saw that science advancement just ticked on. So I'm just checking to see if there are any science champs that I can advance. I'm going to say off the top of my head, probably not. Which is a real shame because I got a bunch of these resources I just can't do anything with. But also at the same time too, especially now with generic 4-star sig stones just aplenty and all the different daily milestones and whatnot, the time has unfortunately come where it's going to be pretty cake, relatively speaking, relatively cake to max out 4-star champions now. Sig-wise. Actually, with the level up, still not so much, just because tier 4 basics are still practically extremely difficult to come by in large enough quantities to cover everyone, which is a real shame. But can do this much at least. Yo, what's up, Robert? Good to see ya. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the cereal stream. My game is, there we go, figuring its life out a little bit. Do I want to throw any sig stones at the 5s? No, probably not. Probably not. And cool. Got some energy to burn later on. Let's see. Could burn some energy there. I just checked AQ. I cannot move up there even though I'm maxed out of energy, and that's a bummer. There's no tier 4 basic arena because that's tomorrow. So, figure, what the heck? May as well dive right in with this one. Robert just became Thronebreaker this morning. Awesome. Very good. Very good. Congratulations. Who'd you wind up ranking up? And, I mean, the bigger, much more exciting milestone, finishing Act, or completing Act 6. Big congrats to you on that one as well. Realm saying, do I think 5-star White Widow is God tier? No, I would say she's like Demi, I guess, going by Seaton's tier list. like a high demigod. She can do an awful lot of damage with all of her shocks, and which is very cool and it's very fun and very exciting. But the fact that she can't, like, she doesn't have any regen. She's really reliant on her special abilities, so that doesn't really make her friendly for deep wounds and double edge. I don't think she has any other real immunities either. Kind of makes it a little bit difficult, in my opinion, to put her way up there at the top. But she is awfully fun to play with. So were I to get one as like a 6-star or had extra catalyst to rank up my 5, I most certainly would. Just again because she's just a lot of fun to play. Nigel stopping in saying, well, Rob, that 6-star ghost I pulled last week just duped her in the very next crystal. Just one MCOC. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. That is fantastic. Especially in anticipation for the new Legends runs starting up in January. Assuming, of course, they stick with their own calendar. But they were saying that there's going to be a whole new Legends system for monthly quests starting up in January. So having that duped ghost now is going to be super useful if that's something that you want to toy around with later on. But otherwise, just for everything else, day to day, top notch, top notch. Took my Omega Red to rank 3 Sig 120 now. So much fun. Oh yeah. Those spores, man, they just melt. You pair him up with Sabretooth as well. Like, he's super fun to play with in his own right, but pairing him up with Sabretooth just for added duration. Huge melty numbers. I love it. The defensive ability accuracy is really nice for like evasion champs and whatnot, especially and also for some regen as well. I think that's classified as defensive ability accuracy as opposed to offensive, but it's a real nice thing to have, especially to mitigate some of the more annoying aspects you run into. Alright, so do that, do that. So how have you guys been? How's Sunday? How's the weekend? How's the next week here looking for everyone? Hope it's looking up. A lot of cool stuff going on. I know on the American side of sports, today was a huge sports day. Football and baseball both. Cheers. And cereal to boot. Sad thing is sitting on a cosmic since the beginning of the year, and Alliance is just having a laugh. Well, you shouldn't feel too bad because the cosmic 6-star pool is trash more often than not. Especially when it comes to in terms of like quality champs to rank up to a high level. Cosmic is awful in that regard. It's got the biggest pool of available champs and the smallest number of champs worth ranking up. Like, you got Cap Sparkles, you got Corvus, who I think both are universally accepted as being the best class. You got Silver Surfer for Prestige. Phoenix too, I suppose, but Surfer for sure. And then after that, it's arguable. Venom's good. You know, there's Carnage seems to be having a bit of a comeback. Yeah, Cosmic Ghost Rider, who isn't even out in the game yet. And everybody else is just like, yeah, they're good. But like Hyperion isn't a 6-star, Medusa isn't a 6-star. It really starts to be slim pickings. Yo, what is up, Swag? How you doing, bud? Swag saying depression. Well, that's not good. It's pretty much Corvus or, yeah, Sparkles, and that's it. Yep. I'm almost in that same predicament myself. Like, I was super fortunate to rank up, or to pull, Captain Sparkles as a 6-star. Pulled a Cosmic, Tier 5 CC, took up Sparkles unduped, but now I'm about ready to form whatchamacallit, form my next one. And I don't know who I'm going to take up. Like, I'm probably just going to wind up sitting on it for a while. See what happens. But kind of feels like grasping at straws. Yeah, I had heard that, Swag. I saw your Twitter post. Handled it like a champ on Twitter. But look on the bright side. No one can accuse you of cheating this time. Even if it was all just in fun. But I mean, it was a pretty good run, all things considered. You should feel good. Definitely should feel proud. Phoenix, I would say, would be a shot in the arm. You know, someone that you would rank up for her prestige. She's not a bad champ. I think she gets a pretty bad rap from people who say that she is a bad champ. She's not. She's just not an exciting champ, and that's the problem. Plus, she really relies on synergies to make her extra spicy, which is also a huge weakness. But, like, if you already have a 5-star ranked up, there's no reason to rank up your 6 as well. What's up, Tom? Good to see you. Yeah, they're not like this. Yeah, but that's still a tough break, though, Swag. Real tough break. I don't remember off the top of my head. Is this quarterfinals or semifinals? The one that you were in today. At rank 3 of Venom the Duck Awakened. That's a thing though too, because like I keep hearing good things about Venom the Duck. I'd take him up to rank 2 for sure, but I don't know. I'm just not. Me personally, I'm just not a fan of champs that require like multiple fights to fight before they're good. You know, everyone keeps talking about Morningstar, and Morningstar is great when she's ramped up. But you just gotta slug through the first, you know, 3 fights first to get enough souls to really start doing some of that damage. Corvus is in the same boat. I fully am aware that Corvus is a rank up champ, but he just has that really unique ability, I guess, to not die. Next tourney, Maximum Savage put up 300 fat ones. Very nice. It's a nice little pot. I saw the, yeah, I just heard about it being teased today. I'm very interested to look that up and see how that goes. Gonna be having a co-host along with someone else who'll do all of the tech and updating stuff. Nice. Yeah, for a split second, I thought when you said co-host that you guys were gonna be like announcing it. Like once it gets up to quarterfinals, you and whoever the co-host is join in on the Discord chat and then just like announce the thing while people play. Yeah, of course. Like when someone says 300 fat ones, that's also immediately the first thing I think of. Hey, what's up, PP? Happy Sunday. Welcome to the cereal stream. Today's cereal of the day is Raisin Bran. Nigel having insane luck with new 5 stars, 5-star Omega, and a 6-star Ghost. I would say there may certainly be a Joe Fixit in your future. Although, I mean, that's not a bad champ. That's arena fodder right there. Tom, is this the first time through Netflix Daredevil for you? If so, you are in for such a treat. I'm extremely biased because Daredevil is my favorite Marvel character. So again, like I said, I'm pretty biased. However, that series was just bloody brilliant. Bloody brilliant. So, you are in for a treat. And swag, yes it was. It was out of a cup. I prefer it out of a cup actually as a snack. Because for one, because I'm extremely lazy and it just takes an extra piece of silverware out of the equation, one less thing to clean. But the other bit though too is that it's really easy and convenient to just nom on, you know. It's not cumbersome with a big giant bowl and you gotta like fish out with a spoon. It's like, nah man, I got my cup, got my water bottle, and then I got my cup of cereal. So it's just like easy peasy. Man, Falcon says cornflakes are the best ever. That is certainly debatable. But if cornflakes are your favorite, then all power to you. I realize I should probably start a poll on Twitter for on Monday, have it run through Friday or something. See if there's a community choice for a cereal that we can enjoy on Sunday. Like me, I'd love me some Fruity Pebbles or something, because I haven't had those in a long time. See if y'all come up with some interesting choices too. Oh yeah, Rice Krispie treats. Or Rice Krispie cereal, yeah. Rice Krispie treats I have on fair occasion. But I honestly I couldn't tell you the last time I had Rice Krispie cereal, just straight, just cereal. Cheers. Well then, PP, I gotta say, if you're free next Sunday, same time, same place, I do cordially invite you. Just go to the store, just splurge, pop a couple of bucks, buy a box. You can enjoy some cereal here all together, just for kicks. Because I'm really looking forward to that too. There's a bunch of stuff that I haven't had in years, if not decades. Not decades. A decade. It'll be fun to try some of that out now. And I do agree with that statement. Daredevil Season 3 was a masterpiece. They got robbed, though. Come Emmy time for the prison sequence. I'm not going to say anything or spoil anything more so than that. But there's a sequence in the prison which was nominated for an Emmy for filmography. But it did not win because of nonsense. A mere technicality nonsense. Honey bunches of oats. I don't remember ever trying that. I see it. I remember seeing it in the store, but can't remember last time I actually tried it. No cereal right now. I'm tasting the chili that's been cooking since last night. Yeah, flavorful, but not super spicy. I remember. You're gonna send some my way, right? Which would be especially nummy, especially because I can't go out to any of those like chili cook-offs. I mean, I'm in California, so they're pretty much outlawed anyway. But I'd love to go to chili cook-off. Just try all the different things. Melt my mouth, probably, but just have such a good time at it. No one will watch those award shows in another few years? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I don't watch them now anyway. I will say this, the best thing I get out of those award shows is for like having someone suggest to me which are like the top 5 films to watch a year for filmography, say, for cinematography. And then it's like, oh, hey, cool, appreciate that. I mean, I couldn't just go onto YouTube and just do a quick 5-second search and find that out anyway, but it's nice to have that. But outside of that, I mean, I don't care about the rest of the pomp and circumstance. Not my cup of tea. Sending in games so it's fresh. Hey, much appreciated. I just hope there isn't any lag. Probably would be. knowing my luck, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Some things are forever, Falcon. Some things are forever. Spicy and sweet cornflakes? But they have in Mexico. They got a lot of cool stuff down in Mexico. They got a lot of cool stuff outside of America, I'll say that. You go to India, they got curry cereal and whatnot. And whether or not that's like a bona fide thing that, yeah, they just give it to your kids just like it's, Frosted Flakes or whatever. Or if it's more of just like a novelty one-off thing that just found its way into the American mindset. But I would try it. Boink. But I'm also very much of the mindset where I appreciate heat, I appreciate kick, so long as the kick and the heat doesn't overpower the flavor of the thing. Because if all I'm tasting is fire and heat and there's no flavor behind it, that's no fun. Cheers. Oh yeah, Person of Interest. I watched the first season of that. It's with whatchamacallit, the guy that played Jesus in the Mel Gibson movie as the star, and then what was his name from Lost? Michael something. The actor, not the character. The actor named Michael something or another. It was interesting. I wound up falling off though, so I don't know if it as the seasons progressed, if they kept developing the storyline or if it was more episodic. Wasabi flakes. I don't doubt it. Little green flakes. Chili Cocoa Pops. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you do that, then you can just like go to town on it. Have like sriracha flakes, stuff like that too. Let's do cap. Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Yeah, I guess. I guess we do this. Hey, no, stop it. No touching. So, did any of you guys wind up going for Red Hulk milestones for the arena that just wrapped up? Realized I never wound up asking as I was doing the stream the last few days. Cheers. Cutoff wound up being like 26, 27 mil, something like that. But it also introduced a very interesting conundrum that people were more excited for the 5-star shards than the 5-star champ. That's been a long time since that's been the case. Like, being more interested in the runner-up prize than the featured prize. Boink. Hey, what's up, Nathan? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. What's new? What's the latest? What's the greatest? Chili needs more flavor. Gonna add some more tomato paste and steak seasoning. Very nice. The tomato paste would just like thicken it up more than wouldn't it? Steak seasoning for sure. Get a little bit extra something something. Alright, so there is win number 9? Yeah. Alright, moving along, making progress. Which means throw mags up there, hype, and let's do switch. Integral stopping in saying, yo! Well, what is up? Good to see you. And a big yo back at you. How's it going, bud? Actually, let's do it this way for fun. Michael Emerson, that's what I was thinking. Yes. Jonathan Nolan did the pilot, I think, right? There's another show that he was writing for. I forget what it was. But that's part of it, because like for example, like J.J. Abrams was tied to Lost, right? But he was really only tied to the first season and then like the occasional pilot or a season finale. I think John Nolan was kind of the same way too. But he's a fun rider. He's definitely a fun rider. I'll give him that. Chili needs more cowbell. I mean, you can't go wrong with the cowbell, right? It's that little extra bit of subtle pizzazz. What's up, Mr. Amazing? Welcome, 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 welcome to the cereal stream. It is the Sunday cereal stream. Tonight we've got Raisin Bran. Enjoying that. If you got some at home, cereal, I'm assuming just cereal in general. If you got Raisin Bran, awesome, you win the live stream. But cereal in general, do cordially invite you to pour yourself a bowl or a cup, in my case. Chow down and join in. Used to put hickory essence in my chili for a nice smoky flavor. Yeah. Yeah. Heck yeah. See, the wonderful thing is that hickory adds so much flavor to so many different things, you know. Come on, dude. Ruined. Peepee got a fever? Uh-oh. We don't like fevers. Unless it's a Saturday night fever. And then I'll give you a pass on that one, but... What's in my Raisin Bran? Oh, you know, little of this, little of that. Sugar, spice, everything nice. Snip snails. So I never really got that. I suppose I should probably do a bit more homework on it, but like the old adage is like, and from Powerpuff Girls too, that little girls are made of sugar, spice, and everything nice, right? And then boys are made of snip snails and puppy dog tails. Like puppy dog tail is like really like a dog's tail, like they just went up and like lopped off some poor puppy. Because that's extremely cruel. Unless like puppy dog tail is like a euphemism for something else. Westworld, that's what it was, yeah. Such a fun show. I still watch it. Season 1 was great. Season 2 was a logical extension of Season 1. Season 3, again, I still watch it just because I'm invested, but I personally do not like Season 3. In my opinion, they've jumped the shark and they've strayed too far away from the things that I found interesting about Season 1 for me to really keep, to really buy in. Mr. Amazing does have Raisin Bran. Awesome. Well, there you go. You win the live stream. Speaking of Will Ferrell, someone made a deep fake of Schwarzenegger and Stallone in Step Bros. I want to see the whole movie like that now. Yeah, he's got to pull those guys out of retirement. I mean, especially since they haven't made another Expendables movie in a hot minute. Who puts cereal with OJ? Ew. Or water. Milk is obviously, sure. Juice is like, but water is just, you're a monster. And you're doing it wrong. And you should feel bad. Let's go with the easy one. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this. Just start slugging away. Punch. Maybe I can do the Arnold voice for the film. I would be happy to do the Arnold voice for the film. Oh no, did we just become best friends? Yeah, I think we did just become best. The Stallone bit out of the side of his mouth. Yeah, I think we just became best friends. It's an awful Stallone. But basically all you need to do for Schwarzenegger is just the and Stallone's and that's the entire movie. Just two old grumpy men just like grunting at each other. We'll make millions. Hey, ouch. Alright, come on. Come on, Fisto. I'm going to be very disappointed if it's not Mephisto as the next featured champ after Space Ghost. Because there's no reason it shouldn't be Mephisto as the featured champ. His face is all over this monthly quest. We haven't had him in arenas for a while. He's Halloween-y. I mean, he's the devil after all, right? Spinny, spinny, spinny. Spinny, spinny, spinny. Spinny, spinny, spinny. And there we go. You could probably like Instacart that, PP. Yeah, but that's Wheat Bix. With boiling water and a little milk. We're talking like Frosted Flakes, like Raisin Bran. It's like if I just went over to my sink and just like filled this up like with 3 fingers full of water and just, you know, had at it. That would be a different story. Watched The Running Man again recently. Good film. They got their hits. They got their hits. I think the last good Schwarzenegger movie, good Schwarzenegger movie was the one that he did with the, what's her name? Abigail Breslin. A couple years back. Where basically it was just like a riff on The Last of Us. Old man protects young girl from not zombies. Spoilers, the little girl carries the cure. But like, I mean, you know, he was in Terminator as well, and that movie happened. He's done a couple other things here and there, but, you know, Schwarzenegger is... He doesn't have to work if he doesn't want to work. Stallone's the same way. I mean, Bruce Willis is the same way as well. His old stuff is wonderful back when, you know, he was still actively trying. And then, but you know, somewhere in the by the time he made like Die Hard 13, it's just like, well, I can just keep cashing this check and just have at it. Samuel says, congrats on Rolk. Got 5K shards. I wanted to open 5. Featured 5 stars. Got Wolverine. Awesome. And other trash dupes, but you got OG Wolvie. And honestly, that's the one to get. That is the one to get. He is a beast. He is a monster by himself. And because he synergizes with everybody nowadays. Oh yeah, he puts in some work. Definitely puts in some work. Wait. Jingle All the Way is the best Arnold film. Best Arnold comedy, I'll give you that. But not the best film. That's T2. Hands down, T2. Old but not obsolete. Well, you know. Wouldn't you, though? Wouldn't you come back and do yet another movie? Just, you know, just dig it up again. Zap it back to life, Frankenstein style. Cash that check. Wouldn't you? Because, I mean, that's a easy few mil for a couple months worth of work. And the publicity afterwards. Just be laughing all over the bank. And Arnold needs another Hummer. A couple more cigars. Where does Predator rate? In terms of cool movie or Arnold performance? Big difference. Cool movie? Oh yeah, it's right up there too. T2 is peak Schwarzenegger, peak action, 90s action right there. And I know it's not a comedy, but like going back and rewatching Commando nowadays, it's such a funny movie. Unintentionally so, but such a funny movie. Just because of how absolutely absurd it is. It has not aged well. Or it has aged well, I suppose, just depending on how you look at it. Like, I think Arnold probably blasts like the same 5 stuntmen like 15 different times over the course of the movie. It's like, hey, didn't I just like throw a grenade at you like a minute ago? And stick around. You're one ugly mother. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. I got nothing respect for Arnold. Nothing but respect. Because you ever see like Hercules in New York? Like that's what Arnold could have been if he didn't stand up for himself. That would have just been so disappointing. Like same with Jackie Chan too. I put them both in the same category there. like had they not been as good as they are and as hardworking as they are and as forward forward thinking as they were too, you'd have some regular mug just like whatchamacallit, doing the voiceover for them. And that would just lose so much of the heart. Got to get me the turbo, man. It's not a tumor. Yeah, do me a Schwarzenegger marathon again. Well, that's pretty. Well, that's something, G-Sync. I didn't know he was in SoCal. Come on, get out of here. There we go. Oh, nice. Okay. No, that's good. It's good that they've got a version without the dub, because I've seen the version with the dub and it's so boring. It's so bad. G-Sync, it's because today is the Sunday cereal stream. So I got my cup of cereal here that I'm just munching on. Do invite all you guys out there in the YouTubes, wherever it is you're at, if you got a box of cereal handy, pour yourself a bowl, dive in, have some fun. It's a themed stream today, so I just have the picture there next to the cam. I suppose doing a free shill of what I'm chowing down on. Frickin' Conan, man. Now what is it? There's a new Conan coming out, right? I remember hearing at some point like a new, but I don't remember if it's. I don't think it's Schwarzenegger coming back as Conan or Conan. It would be kind of interesting if it was. Boink. Tom had some nice fruit and fiber cereal. Very nice. Keeps you regular. Maybe that's what it was. Because I know there's been a number of other actors that have played Conan now. But yeah, I mean that was Arnold right at the height of his bodybuilding career. Good lord. I mean, there's a reason that they still put Arnold on covers of like bodybuilding magazines nowadays. You know, 40, 50 years later. Dude is an absolute monster. Brawling stopping in, saying hi. Well, hi back at you. Happy Sunday. And we like staying positive, Swag. We like staying positive. Positive's a big plus. That's what we like to do on this channel too. Stay positive. So I wish him best, his son the best too, because his youngest is trying to, or is following in his dad's footsteps there with the whole bodybuilding bit. He's still a kid, and I mean he's not going to be his dad. Just depends how many roids he hits, I suppose, but. He definitely has the frame for it, so kudos to him. Why do you still use your 3-player slots? Very good players use the 5-player slot. I have no idea what that means. So for Arena here, I mean, we only get 3-player slots. If that's what you're talking about. Boink. Do that, and do that, and do that. And Void's down, easy peasy. Just because Redbeard. Yeah, Redbeard's pretty solid. I'll give him that. He's pretty solid. Cheers, all. But to, I think it was G-Sync, or whoever said it earlier, if the folks at Kellogg's are out there watching, or if the bots at Google, YouTube are picking up on the audio and transcribing, I am more than happy to do a plug for Kellogg's cereal products. You all know where to reach me. I'm always here, same time, same place, every night. You can go from there. Time Twin says, how do you guys deal with game boredom? What I mean is, if you keep opening up 5-star crystals and don't ever get the champs you need, then the game becomes such a long, tedious drag when the content is much easier with specific champs. And there's Crash to Desktop number 1. Okay, so how do I deal with game boredom? I'm not gonna lie. Doing the live stream here really helps. It really helps. I say that every time I log off or sign out. And that's not just like some platitude or just some random throwaway line. It's quite serious. Like getting to chat and gab with you guys as I'm doing the arena here just makes arena so much better. So much better. For me, the stuff I like doing the most is stuff that isn't really tied to any content at all, really. Which is kind of weird to say because there's most everything here is directly tied to some objective, but I love the champs and their kits and just finding out all the ridiculous, odd intricacies of what they do, where they can do it most interestingly, and all the synergies that tie everything together. So you know, honestly, I just love going up against just random champs and just taking them out for a spin and seeing what they do and how they do it. Story content, I really don't have much defense of. I really think it's, but that's kind of almost just how it's designed. Because they've got the story, right? And just take like any monthly quest, for example, right? You've got the story. Just say it's this month. Hey, you know, you're going around with Space Ghost trying to stop Red Goblin and going back in time and doing that again. And you go from like story beat to story beat to story beat, but there's like dozens of dudes in between story beat and story beat that have nothing to do with the story, that are just there to, because it's a game and, you know, you got to do something. It's so mundane. It's so mundane. I will say this about like trying to get specific characters or whatnot. It's really annoying because getting specific characters outside of Arena is a complete chore and a slog and a RNG fest. But I don't think that a lot of YouTubers do a great job of hyping and encouraging players to use like non-Corvus Quake Ghost champions. And those are the ones I think are the most interesting. Like, just because you can't like one-shot somebody in some big razzle-dazzle way doesn't mean that the champ is bad, right? So, I mean, it's more often than not, it seems like they're designing paths to have several different solutions. Not all solutions, not the best solutions, but more than just like needing Quake to just cheese the whole way through. And I think that's a good thing. I hope they would do more of that. But and then I think finally to avoid the game fatigue, it's nice to just break up playing the game by doing literally anything else. So it's like, hey, you know, I've got 20 minutes to sit down and just slog through a quest or like run an AQ or whatever. And then, hey, cool, this is done. Now I'm gonna go do whatever. Play another game, you know, eat some food, do some work, relearn the names of my loved ones, you know, something. And then just come back to the game later on for another little bit. Do piecemeal. Especially for like some of the bigger arena grinds, that really helps. How many points do I do in Crystal Trove? I go for 4.5 mil. Yeah, me too, thereabouts. Honestly though, Tom, to be entirely honest, I get my infinite streak, which is my 4 stars. Then I run through my 5 rank 5s, my 5 rank 4s, and then my 6 stars. And then whatever that is where I stop. So basically just one cycle. And then whatever it is, whatever it is. If I'm 1 to 10, then that's awesome. If it's not, then that's fine too. I'm not gonna use refreshes. I'm not gonna keep coming back to it either. I mean, it's a Sunday fun one-off. And at the end of the day, the prize is a fully formed 4-star crystal, which, you know, in today's day and age, it's nice, but... Hey, what's up, Designs? Happy Sunday. Welcome to the stream. I've had a few friends ask me why do I play this game so much when it's really repetitive gaming-wise. Truth. Couldn't answer it. I said, I don't know. Good question. I think that's part of it. I think a bit of it just speaks to us as creatures of habit, where it's very satisfying accomplishing small goals in quick succession. Also the bright flashy lights and colors and luck and crystals and all that definitely is tailor suited to scratch that itch too. But I don't know. I go back to my last answer, just the ridiculous tic tac toe, rock paper scissors aspect of the gameplay. Browning says, "All right, used Guardian at rank 2. Don't know if I'm going to rank 3." That's up to you. Guardian is a solid new tech champ. He's not the biggest, brightest, or shiniest tech champ, but he's not bad. I think that that synergy that he's got for everybody, boosting their block proficiency, is immensely useful. And a pretty decent champ in his own right too. But I mean, if you get like a ghost, if you get a warlock, or even a Gilly 99 or somebody, definitely go for those tech champs instead first. Kind of piggybacking on all that stuff, time twin and designs too. One of the bigger critiques I have about just the format of the game is that it doesn't give you any chance, really, to just sit down and enjoy the characters that you got. Because, I mean, like, for example, right? Like, right now we're on a big Space Ghost kick in-game, just because he's the next champ coming out on Thursday. Already had the early access, the CCP, had a field day with them. Hey, he's cool, he's exciting. But it wasn't that long ago that I was like, hey, Red Goblin's in the arena. And then as soon as Space Ghost is in arena, starting round 2 of arena, that's usually when we get the leaks for next month. So, you know, Space Ghost wouldn't even be out of arenas yet, and already the community is much more interested and excited about the champs coming out next. So it's like, all right, well, I just got me a 4-star, 5-star, 6-star Space Ghost. Hey, that's cool, but what about next month, you know? So you wind up getting a huge catalog of characters over the span of, just say, a year or so playing. But how many of those guys did you actually wind up spending any time with? Like, I got my A team for AQ, I got my A team for AW. And I've got enough champs now to still have an A team for questing, but outside of that, dingus. Bugger off, dude. Omega can be extremely frustrating like that when the dude just does... You cannot bait out a special to save your life. He chases you across the entire freaking field. And all you want him to do is just throw a special one. Yo, what's up, Black Knight? Welcome to the stream, bud. Always a pleasure to see you. How's everything going? Oh, that slap hit me. I wish I had the potion and revive arena each week. Yep. Wish that was a weekly thing, and then wish there were another like 3, 4, 5 milestones on the tier 1A and tier 5 basic arenas as well. Because we need the loot. We definitely need the loot. Cheers. Juggerduck coming soon. Well, isn't that going to be awesome? I just recently made my acquaintance with Juggerduck. Seems like a real stand-up person. Doink. get some of those debuffs going in absence of being able to touch her with her freaking invisibility up. There we go. Game also took away completion rewards, and I'm too bored to do 100% exploration. Yeah, it should have been the other way around. You have you keep the completion rewards, but if you want to do exploration, then you gotta. They can, you know, get rid of the full 1 drop of exploration rewards and put those across all the paths. So if you want all the exploration rewards, you actually have to explore the whole thing, but if you're just gonna do a one-shot and then be done with it, just give the whole one-shot loot. Shouldn't be that hard. And yet, problem is, even if you get the champ as a 5-star, they're not useful unless you're fully ranked up. At that point, you might be able to enjoy them, but by then, a new champ is out. Yep, that too. That too. Like, the minimal level of relevancy, come on, is like a 5-star rank 4. For me, and this is coming from me where I'm at in the game. A champ isn't going to be very useful for modern content unless they're 5-star rank 4. And that's even a stretch in some instances. So like a 5-star rank 5 is great, but you know, there's a finite amount of tier 4 basic to be had. That stuff's really hard to come by. And I know the name of the game here is Patience. Like, they just preach patience. Like it's going out of style. They say to preach patience, I should say that. They say to preach patience. However, there's always the incessant carrot dangling on the stick in front of you, too. And then, you know, when you couple that with there continuing to not be really significant reason to use different champs. Like, for example, right? I mean, once you have your questing team, just say that's going to be your questing team for 99% of the time. Because they can either do it the fastest or the quickest or with the least amount of pots or resources. And then once you got that team, I mean, sure, you've got a bunch of other banger champs, but you're kind of used to using your team. They've got some, you know, class boosts in Cavalier difficulty, which is really nice. It's like, hey, this is going to be the science boosted section. So you can play the game normally if you want, but if you bring a science champ, you're just going to have a much better time at it. I appreciate that. They just need to do more stuff like that, or you know, maybe get a bit more clever with some of the node design too, to incentivize people to think outside of the box. And get stopping in saying howdy, what is up? Little of this, little of that. Welcome to the Sunday Cereal stream, which is the inaugural installation of the stream here. I'm enjoying myself a nice cup of Raisin Bran cereal. That is not a plug, nor is it product placement. That's just what I got in hand, and I'm enjoying that. So, for any of you guys at home or on your end of the YouTubes, if you got a box of cereal handy, I do encourage you to pour a bowl out and dig in. We're just doing it for fun, just for kicks. Now, stemming off that bit that what I was just saying about node design and whatnot. One of my one of my favorite fights, and that's not entirely accurate. One of the most fun fights I had was with the Massacra in Abyss. Now, The Massacre didn't take any damage from basic attacks, didn't take any damage from special attacks, didn't take any damage from heavies. The only way he took damage, is on an increasing scale. Oh, this is bad. Why did I do this? This is bad. On an increasing level through block damage. So, I mean, if you can get like 100, couple hundred hits on him through his block, you're going to start dealing some pretty significant damage, but that's the only way he takes damage. And then you got to deal with a couple other annoying abyss nodes to go along with it because of his spacing, but the idea is there. The idea is pretty much the same. Which is a really interesting way to design a fight, you know? It's not just, hey, I can do big yellow numbers, hey, I can just, you know, get this guy down because of, you know, bleed or poison or something like that. It's like, hey, it's a new way of fighting, and you got to think outside of the box. You can use anybody, but there are champs that are more convenient than others. So yeah, even though it was a pain in the butt fight because it was an abyss fight, it still was a lot of fun because I thought it was clever. So if they could do stuff like that in the monthly event, where it's just interesting stuff, I think that would make all that much more interesting too. Oh. Now I was just saying, what do y'all think? Mystic and Science Crystal for Ghost Rider and Doom, or Mutant Skill for Fury and Aegon? I think it depends on who, like, your near miss situation would be like, right? So, like, you're going for Fury and Aegon for skilled champs, but there's a whole boatload of mutant champs out there that are absolutely amazing. Similar with the Science, there's a whole lot of amazing Science champs out there, so I really think that's what it should probably wind up boiling down to, is like, would you be more interested to pull, like, one of the Fantastic Four, or would you be more interested to pull, like, any of the X-Men? And then whatever your answer is for that, then yeah, probably go for that. Boink. Should I awaken Doom or Claire? Doom. Doom for sure. Claire's great awakened, but Doom benefits a whole lot more from it. Plus, he's got the whole prestige aspect as well. And, you know, Claire doesn't really need to be awakened. She can still do most of what she does without it. Boink. Do that. Could use an Ant-Man for Ghost or pull a Beardo. Exactly. Exactly. You could pull Void. I think Red Guardian's in there now too. That'd be a win. What does Doom's Awakened ability do? Anytime an ability or a buff is nullified on the opponent, it replaces it with a shock debuff. So you wind up being able to do a little bit extra damage that way, but if an opponent has a shock debuff on them, then you can do that, like, stun backhand that you see Doom doing all over the place. That's how he does it. Or one of the ways he does it. The easiest way he does it, I'll say that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh man. Gotta say, I'll pat myself on the back for that one. I did make it this far into the stream, and only now just had the first yawn of the night, so. I'd like to see a Dr. Doom buff in the future. Oh yeah, for sure. That dude's really, really undervalued. They really just need to add a couple extra, like, damage over time effects to him. Maybe some extra armor, boost his HP a little bit more. And then maybe I'll take that guy off the bench. Sugar crash. I mean, maybe. I've also been up since 4 o'clock this morning, so there is that. Best way to beat a sugar crash is to chase it with more sugar, right? That's how that works. Speaking of which, cheers, all. Call that Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom Marvel now. He's redeemed. Isn't it funny to see OG Avengers in meme tier? It's pretty sad. Just because they've been completely neglected since when they first came out in game. That's the sad thing. So you got a couple of interesting synergies here and there, but it doesn't benefit them any. Not really. That and just the fact that, you know, if you wanted to have an interesting Avenger, then they just make a whole new character. You know, you got Infinity Man, you got Beardo. Still waiting on that new OP King Thor, but or Stormbreaker Thor, I guess. But I mean, they were trying to do that with Thor Ragnarok. I mean, you got Hulk Ragnarok, who's a much spicier version of OG Hulk. I just gotta go back and give those old guys a little bit of attention. Give some Iron Man some love, Cap some love, Black Widow, Hawkeye, whole lot. Winter Soldier again. Or, just to keep things simple, let's create a family synergy. You know, a la Professor X or APOC or somebody like that. Keep their kits the same otherwise, but give them that, like, some broken new Avengers something or another. Better still if it's boosted by having them all on the same team. Only Nick Fury and Scarlet Witch are good, and Hulkbuster got much better recently. Yeah, but you can't forget about OG Wolverine either. Never realized how easy and solid incursions are. Been missing out. Easy, yes. Sometimes solid, for sure. Repetitive, though. Yeah. It's a bit of a downside right there, I'm afraid. My Beardo is Sig 100 now. Very nice. Very nice. He's getting up there. He's definitely getting up there. More the merrier. There you go, do that. Why do we see Namor in Avengers tag? Is this any kind of an Easter egg? Maybe. I'm not as familiar with the all the different comics lore and whatnot, but yeah, he's been labeled an Avenger for as long as he's been in game. Which makes things really annoying when you're going up against Voids in AQ, who are tagged to target #Avengers champions. Maybe Illuminati. Maybe, but they got to actually do something with the Illuminati in game. You got Doc Strange over there, hashtag Illuminati, and it's just doing nothing. There's no real AQ boost for it. There's really no family synergy to do anything with. It's nice that it exists, I suppose. Just, alright, now follow it up with something worth looking at. Shouldn't be too much to ask, right? One would think. Come on, hype. There we go. There we go. What's up, Matt Murdoch? You got it, bud. That is tonight's featured cereal. Alright, so here we go. Throw up Beardo. Start in on all these 6 stars. All the 6 stars. Sunspot New Avengers. Yeah, well, New Avengers don't benefit from OG Avengers synergies, which is a shame because there's a number of champs in here that boost hashtag Avenger champs. No one says anything about New Avengers. Those guys are just posers. What time is it over here? It is 9:30, almost. Do some here with the lighting. There we go. Oh, my poor old man eyesight. It's either that or I need to start wearing glasses. My eyes are getting too tired in my young age. How good can the Gambit buff be, do you think? I think it can be I think it can be decent. I think it can definitely be decent. I don't think Gambit's gonna be like some broken new god tier, because I think at the same time they're having to kind of design him retroactively as well, because they know full well that the Horseman synergy exists now, and Gambit's buff would kind of be like the first new quote-unquote champ, mutant champ, since then. So we'd have to wind up seeing like the extent of all his extra bells and whistles. Hopefully it brings a few new synergies to the table too, but we'll see. Probably about, my guess though is probably about on par with Punisher 99s. So it's good. It's nice to have. Probably not gonna, you know, cause you to put down your Omega Red anytime soon, but should be pretty useful otherwise, I would imagine. Lights just went on. Yes, they did. Ta-da! Rob said, "Let there be light." And the power company said, "And it shall be so." Hope Falcon Buff is really good and he does not need Awakening. Alright, so here's my guess. My guess is that it is going to be decent, it's going to be adequate, but he is... I'm assuming he's going to really need his Awaken ability. Because his Awaken ability right now, right, is that he gives that recon bonus to teammates, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if they wound up keeping that behind the awakened ability wall. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Pew pew, pew pew. Get out of here. There we go. Just a common area. Just a common area. Fortunately, I do not have a full-on studio to work out of. Complete with, like, studio ceiling lighting and padded walls with soundproofing. See if that's in the budget for fiscal year 2021. Probably not. But we'll see. I think Gambit's going live next month, right? So that's, what, 2 weeks away? I will say that's probably one of the downsides of doing cereal night, is that I don't want to be like crunching and munching my cereal into the mic the entire stream. Don't imagine that'd be super enjoyable for you guys. I've got 6-star Ultron, Yondu, and Sentry. Pretty sure you've got something better than that. That's pretty rough. Not useless, but pretty rough. But that's kind of part of it, though, too. Part of the journey. Hey, man, to each their own. To each their own. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. He's got double immunity and arguably one of the most reliable regens in the game. 2 of the most reliable regens in the game. Like, unless there's ability accuracy reduction, you know without fail when it's going to trigger and how much it's going to heal for. Super useful. And get out of here, dude. Get out of here, come on. Come on. There we go. Good lord. Who is my favorite overlooked champ? I've got a soft spot for Vulture and Hawkeye. Overlooked champ, like overlooked meme champ? Mordo, for sure. Because he doesn't deserve to be overlooked, and he's certainly not a meme. That dude is just so much spammy fun. He's like Mystic Hyperion with the ridiculous power gain, some fun damage over time effect. Special 2 is super useful. Special 3 you can regen a whole lot. He definitely has his place. If I had the extra materials, he'd be one of the next Mystic champs I'd take up. Because I just enjoy playing him. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Harsh is stopping in saying howdy. Just got my exam results. Ooh. And how'd it go? Can't throw a line like that and then just leave us hanging. Morto's really good, and Fury. Yeah, for, regen and or Fury, just depending. And a lot of solid synergies now to boot as well. He's got a lot going for him. I'll give him that. He's got a lot going for him. Do that. Come on. Come on. Tigra is a lot of fun though too, I'm not gonna lie. She's a lot of fun. Like Morto's got that soft spot where he's just spammy, fun, cheesy to play. Tigra's got like a high whatchamacallit, high knowledge requirement and a high big learning curve too, but man, this, like, if you figure out Tigra's rotation and how to use it optimally to your advantage, she's so solid. She's so solid. Harshith with a straight A's. Big congrats. Big congrats. That's super impressive. Well, you have earned yourself some celebration there, my friend. I want to see Groot and Rocket become the Apocalypse and Professor X of the Guardians. Heck yes. Heck yeah. Give Drax, like, invisibility, because, of course. Keep Gamora the same, because she's really fun. Keep Star-Lord the same, because he's super unique. Buff the heck out of Groot. Give Yondu some love, finally. And then we'll talk. Or if they ever make James Gunn, his character, make that a character in the game, like when Guardians 3 comes out or something. He's like the Apocalypse for the Guardians. Let's do that. Do that. And that. Can we make Havoc and Gambit Horsemen? Would like to see how they do. We can do that in a future stream. Sure. Getting a little bit late in this stream here for that, but I would be interested. Especially do like a pre-buff Gambit thing if we got time. That would be fun. And very educational. Yeah, because Groot still is a fan favorite. Like, that's the biggest reason of why he was introduced into the game in the first place, is just because at the time, the community was like, we want a Groot, we want a Groot. And then we got Groot, and we're like, we want something else. We want something else. Not like this. Not like this. Cheers. But that is one of the two champs I want to get buffed next year. Buff Groot, buff Daredevil Netflix. Those two dudes. Whatever else you got up your sleeve, awesome, cool. Roll with that. But those two, top to bottom rework. We need a baby Groot. Yeah, maybe he could pop out for like the special 3 or something. Or be like a Korg, where adult Groot pulls out a little potted baby Groot as a shield. Has anyone noticed so many parries that end up failing this month? Oh, I have noticed. I have noticed. And at first I was like, oh, I must not have timed that right. I must not have timed that right. And then I kept noticing, no, I'm getting that little text blurb off on the left saying that I'm parrying. It's registering as a parry, but I'm not proccing a stun. What gives? Without any sort of node that would, you know, prevent that from happening. I think it's just shenanigans. I call it shenanigans. I have Groot 20 times, no joke. So Time Twin is going to be on the beta server for Groot for sure. A little bit of a respectable karma coming back. And there we go, guys. In the span of an hour and a half, the game has crashed twice for no reason. It's fun. Alright, there we go. Here we go again. I just love that I wound up burning one of those fight saves. Going up against a dude that's like 1,000 PI and change as a 4-star. Appreciate that. Really do. Appreciate that. Thanks, game. Not cool, dude. Not cool. See, a little love tap. There we go. There we go. A little love tap. I like Root. Just turn up his damage and regen. I'd be happy. Yeah, I would still want to give him a little extra something. A little extra something. Like speed up his special one or a new special one, something like that. Because like if it's just a minor tune-up, that would be one thing, but I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see. Hopefully we don't have to wait for too much longer. Anket's saying, why is my 6-star Aegon at rank 1? He's at rank 1 because, well, it's twofold. First of all, because I already have the 5-star at 565 Sig 200, and I don't really need 2 Aegons ranked up. And then the other reason is that I don't have the tier 5 basic to take Aegon up. And when I do, I give them to champs who I don't have ranked up already. So Storm Pyramid X wound up getting some, Professor X wound up getting some, APOC wound up getting some. I'd rather have a brand new champ ranked up than 2, and one of them winds up being a bench warmer. So he's an amazing champ. I look forward to ranking him up eventually, but for now there's newer champs that I have that a little bit more, a little bit further up the rank up list. Tigra Heavy Charge Guarantee Projectile Miss is actually awesome for some annoying boss fights with unblockable specials. Yep, except for Nick Fury, because nonsense. Ankit saying Dragon Man at rank 3 is insane. Yes, he is. I would love one as a 6-star. I love Dragon Man. I thought Sassy was pretty cool when Sassy came out, and then Dragon Man came out like a month later. And I was like, Sasquatch who? Because Dragon Man is just so silly, cheesy, fun to play. And a monster on defense, too. He's got all those things going for him. Boink. But I've seen some of that gameplay. Definitely have seen some of that gameplay. Especially once you get him backed into a corner. It's just going to town. Wait, does Nick Fury bypass her projectile phase? Yes. Yep. And it's for nonsense reasons, too. It's because Nick Fury's special one is either mislabeled in terms of what it does and when, or it's broken in terms of what it does and when. Which is a shame. What rank is your Dragon Man? 5-star rank 4 now. 5-star rank 4. Sig 20, maybe Sig 40. So he's just on the cusp of getting taken out on quests and whatnot. Still a little leery because, you know, he's a rank 4, but so much fun. Doink. Come on. Let's do this, do that. Because Nigel, here's the thing. It should not bypass Tiger's bit. Come on. Because Nick Fury's disorient applies only on contact with the opponent. So you could dex the initial couple hits of his special and not have a disorient applied to you. It's only applied to you, again, once you're contacted, or you come into contact with it. So, since Tiger evades all projectiles, the disorient should never trigger because she's never touched. Well, that's not how it works in actuality, because even though it's not showing up as like, hey, you know, you're disoriented because he started a special as opposed to he hit you with a special. Disorient starts as soon as he throws it, which is very silly. Come on. Well, curtains for me. Stupid sentinel. There we go. It's down. Yeah, just Nick Fury. Doing Nick Fury shenanigan things. Silly goose. Silly goose. Alright, so let me look up something here. So, Dragon Man's Awakened ability. What was it? His Awakened ability is kind of like Morning Stars-ish, where he gets his own buff benefit based on the buff that the opponent has. So like Morningstar kind of steals some of the potency for her own version of that buff. Dragon Man's kind of the same way. Hey, welcome back, Swag. Just in the nick of time. Right now, I'm just seeing who else is streaming right now. Maybe get a bit of a raid going. Doesn't look like much though. Nope. Looks like it's just me, I guess. Unless you guys know somebody who can get a raid going for somebody. But the reason I only bring that up in the first place is because, unfortunately, it is about the time for the 5-minute warning. Which means just enough time to do another round of Arena here. I'm going to bring up Champion for his inaugural run. Pulled that dude a little bit earlier today, which is a very pleasant, most welcome surprise. Get that round going, and then say our farewells. Sign off till tomorrow. So I'm going to do this. Swag says, where did my units go? Well, 300 of those units went to opening up a single cav earlier. And that's about where I was sitting at. Some mastery rework for a couple of them. And, yeah. But I haven't been sitting on a whole pile of units for a while, but unfortunately. Seem to burn a hole in my pocket more often than I'd like to admit. Going to do a unit war with someone. We both start around the same amount of units, and we try and see who can grind more in the same amount of time. I will take you up on that. Let's do that after Cyber Weekend, though. Or it depends how long you want to run it for. Like, unit war for a week, unit war for a month. What were you thinking? Pete and Dapper live. Okay, I'll go check that out here as soon as Iceman goes down. Hopping off for tonight. Y'all have a great night and awesome Monday. Do something nice for yourself and someone else tomorrow. Amen to that, bud. Amen to that. Pay it forward, too. Someone does something nice for you, do something nice for somebody else. Yeah, he is. Okay, so I got that. Spending units is bad, saving units is good. It is. But it's also very exciting to open crystals too. In moderation, especially for one-offs. Maybe the prize is like 2 gifted GCCs or something. Yeah, that'd actually be pretty good because that'd be right in time for gifting for the holidays, assuming that comes back. Or some variation of it. Make it a small community thing. Make sure that clown BG doesn't get in because he's gonna kick all of our. he's gonna win that one hands down. He's gonna win that one hands down. That dude can hoard like it's nobody's business. Kudos to him for being able to do it. And then just like hoard for half a year. It could be interesting though too because they have teased a new Arena Crystal. They said Arena Crystal in the Thronebreaker patch or Thronebreaker reveal notes. Whether an Arena Crystal is like a Punisher Arena Crystal or if they were just lazy and meant like a featured champion crystal, I'm not sure. But if they do have like a 6-star Punisher joining the game pretty quick, that would be a good good way to go as well. Pop open some of those new ones with all the battle chips you get. Makes me wonder what else they're gonna do for greater gifting crystals, because they've had 6-star Thanos before, they've had 6-star King before, they've had 5-star versions and 4-star versions of them both. But it makes me wonder if they're gonna add like Weapon X to the pool too, or what. Ankit says, Rob, do you have a Discord server? Yes, I do. You beat me to the punch. Because I was going to do, drop that in the sign off. But first things first. It's Pete's, the link to Pete's stream right here. He's doing the Incursion tournament right now with Dap. I'm going to stop in, say howdy, wish him well. If y'all want to head on over, do the same. Just drop the moniker Rob Von Raid. I'll see you guys over there in a sec. For the Discord server, though, yes, I do cordially invite you all to join the Rob Von server, which is the official Discord server of the channel. Got a link in the description below the video here. Feel free to join up. If you've got questions, comments, concerns about champs, paths, who to use, where, and why, it's a place to ask those questions. If you got crystal pulls you want to brag about, I want to see that too, or art and memes, because I love that kind of stuff. Either way, I hope to see you all there. Again, link down in the description. As far as the stream goes, that is going to do me for tonight, though, everybody. I want to thank you all for watching here the last couple hours. It has been a pleasure getting to chat with you guys. Said before, I said again, it's always the highlight of doing the streams here, so kudos to you. It's been a rather... It's been a quite fun and rather successful inaugural run of the Sunday Serial stream. I'm going to be posting a poll on Twitter under hashtag #RobVonShoe. A poll to see which cereal gets featured next week. And get that going as a fun little way to end the week or start the week, just depending on whether Sunday is the last day or first day of the week for you. What else? Be sure to like and subscribe, because all that stuff does help me out immensely. Hit that notification bell, stay on top of videos as they go live. And I'll be streaming same time tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, chat more then. But, until next time, everybody, take care, talk soon, stay safe, and be well all. Bye for now.